Who will save Haiti? That's the question everyone is asking.
People do not want to hear this.
Hey, this is Janetta. And hey, I have something so very, very important to talk to you about. And I want you to please listen. I know you love to see me. I'm all happy and it's wonderful here in Africa, and it is. But first, I want to tell you I'm so happy and I thank you for subscribing. I thank you for following me, and I really appreciate your comments. I don't get enough comments, and I hope I even get more. But you know, one of the things that coming here to Africa, I did not expect. It's not about the people here, it's about the conditions. And seeing the conditions here in Africa, I've also faced the facts about what I see in the United States. The things that are discouraging and heartbreaking. But it seems like we just don't know what to do. So what we do.
Principally, the regime that's in power in Haiti being established by the foreign forces, what's at stake is that the population is rising against that small group of criminals. And if they manage to overthrow it, there will be a change in the system. And that's what people have been clamoring about for years in Haiti, not last week. They're saying that the system needs to change. And when they say the system needs to change, that is puppet leaders handpicked by foreign powers will not do the trick anymore. And when they come with that, crisis involving where they pile up gas in Haiti, people need to understand it's a handful of families who control this import-export business in Haiti. One of the richest men in the Caribbean, Gilbert Bijou, owns the Lafito port. Another port is Vareux, which is controlled by another white oligarch family in Haiti named Meuse. And then there is another one controlled by another white oligarch family in Haiti named Bossa. These guys are fighting each other for control of that business. And they are the real warlords behind the street gangs. You know, those young people that you see walking around with dirty clothes, yet they are carrying weapons that are each worth $7,000 or $8,000. I mean, anybody should ask themselves that question. How can you have these expensive weapons and ammunition and then you don't have proper clothes on you? Well, that's because these so-called gangs were manufactured. They are foot soldiers for millionaires and billionaires in Haiti who are the real warlords. And we know their names, and it is because they have private ports, which the Haitian society has been saying this is an anomaly. You cannot have private ports on an island nation. The ports are supposed to be under the control of the state. Okay? But they've been getting regular weapons coming into the country because they are private ports. These weapons leave the United States. When you do a verification, almost 99% of these weapons come from the United States. How come the United States doesn't stop those weapons from leaving its territory when there is an arms embargo on Haiti? And on top of that, the grade of these weapons, I mean, I'm not an expert in weapons, but I have friends who work in the armies and stuff like that, and they tell me those weapons are illegal even for the police force. They're supposed to be used by militaries in war situations, okay? Because these are very high caliber stuff. Okay, but they still enter Haiti. They've been entering Haiti since at least 2013, 2014, where I have done some searches on the web, and Port Lafito, which is owned by this man, Gilbert Bijou, and the former fake president, Michel Martelly, that's where these weapons are coming from. Now, they make this sound like some kind of mystery, and these weapons just happen to show up. Well, even if, let's say, it wasn't those private ports where these weapons were coming from, how do these weapons get into the enclaves of the street gangs? when these guys are in conflict with each other. They are rival gangs, and these gangs barely have the opportunity to leave their enclaves. Okay, so that means the weapons go to them. Okay, it's not those 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids who are, who have contacts in Florida, to order these weapons. And when they do the kidnappings, and they've, because of social media, some of them are, very thirsty for recognition, and they do, live Facebook and live YouTube videos, and they say it. They say, when we kidnap people, it's, maybe 5% of the money that stays with us, and we give the money to the white oligarchs. Okay, they are the ones in Haiti who live either in up the mountains of Port-au-Prince or in Florida. And that's why it's disingenuous when the US government, and it seems like others are saying the same thing. They say that, well, in order to help Haiti, they're going to take visa restrictions for people who are doing, involved in helping the gangs or doing export or import of weapons. That doesn't make any sense, okay? Because this is diverting attention from the real problem. Because some of these guys are American citizens. They don't need visas. They live in Florida, including some of them who were implicated by the Haitian state. Some of the, we have a few good judges who said that they found some of these folks were involved in the assassination of Jovenel Moïse.
It's like when I was a little girl, my mother, if I cried, she gave me a cookie. But that did not mean what I was crying about. That did not solve it. That was not the solution for it. And I think that's what we're doing. We're listening to all this terrifying news, but we're given a cookie to let us know and make us think everything's going to be all right, but it's not. What am I talking about? I'm talking about our state and our condition. I'm talking about our condition all over. Yes. And I'm hurt, and I'm angry, and I'm upset, because it seems like we care about everything but what we really need to care about. And let me mention a few things. We celebrate Malcolm X because he's dead. He's dead. We celebrate Martin Luther King because he's dead. I can remember us as a people talking against Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Let alone the young Black Panthers that sacrificed their lives to make sure we had things better. But what did we do? We allowed them to stand on their own, and they could not. They needed us behind them. They needed our help. But what did we do? We listened, we paid attention to the news that said they were bad, they were dangerous, they had guns. They were a terror to us. We let a man named Herbert Hoover destroy how we feel about each other and what goes on about each other. We listen to him. He's lying. But yet, even now, some of them are dying in jail after years and years of being in jail, exiled, not being able to live and come home and do what they should do in that place you call good America, and what I grew up to think it was. That one day we were going to get a fair shake. But we don't give each other a fair shake. I'm not looking for the white man to do anything for me. I'm looking for us to do it for us. It's about time we took responsibility. We got those people in office with those chocolate faces and flat nose and big lips that are supposed to be looking like us with nappy hair. But what in the hell are they doing for us? What are they doing? What are they saying? They're right up there in the mix of it, and they're not saying a doggone thing. Not a thing. I don't leave it to the responsibility of these young people. I leave it to our responsibility. Even in their songs they sing, it sounds hopeless. But yet we're looking at them songs and listening to them songs and criticizing them. But let me tell you about a bloodbath that's going on. My husband spent time in Vietnam. He did not come back the same. That short time he spent in Vietnam guarded and ruled his whole entire life. He didn't kill anybody, but he saw a lot of people that were dead and had gotten killed. He had to pick up guts, put them back in bodies, put tags on their toes, and ship them out. Body bags. Have you ever seen them? Do you know what they are? What am I saying? Let me get down to the facts. Right now, 1,000 Kenyan troops, what they call police officers, they said the most vicious ones they got, with rifles and guns. They're armed up by Canada and the United States of America. They have a president, Rudolph, that is selling his country and his people down the stream for a few factories, for a Coca-Cola factory, for a Microsoft plant, for any of those other big deals that he can make. So what? So his people can have slave jobs where they're not going to pay them half as much, not even a quarter as much as they pay people in the United States. Selling our souls for what? A few slices of bacon and a couple of eggs, and maybe throw in a biscuit, or maybe some fufu, or you got it, whatever it is. Give a little piece of goat. Is that what we're sacrificing for? We're sacrificing the people that desire something different. Right now, we're turning our back on it. I thought we only did that in the United States, but we do it over here. There's a young man called Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. He right now is making a turn. A young man, 34 years old, he stood up. And what he's doing is phenomenal. But do you know what? Here in Africa, hardly any word is saying, not really publicly. You see it on YouTube, but when you turn to the news channels, it's just like he does not exist. Because they say he was a coup. Do you know what a coup is? A coup was something developed by the West. Africans didn't have coups. This is something designed by the West to replace good leaders, the people that won't play with them, that won't let them tell them what to do. Men or women, men especially, that know that they're men and not boys, they kill them. But those that they can use as puppets, they live. And they stay in the government for years and years. And we at home, looking at CNN, MSNBC, and all those networks, and listening to what they say about the gangs in Haiti. They're getting ready to have a bloodbath in Haiti. They're planning on killing. They have guns and rifles. And they're talking about these little 14 to 19 to 20-year-old men that have boys and men that have guns that cost $7,000 to $8,000. And they got bullets to go with them. Where did they get them from? Yes. They're doing a lot of things and make it look like it's them. They show a black face. I mean, aren't you scared? Woo! Black face. A black man. I'm scared. We're scared of each other. We're afraid of each other. You know they have white gangs behind that. They never show a white face. Have you ever seen a white face in Haiti except for maybe Clinton or some of them other people representing the United States of America? But you don't know the population. They got 5%. That's not a lot, but those 5% have power. In fact, there's 3 of them. One, a billionaire. I can't remember, Gilbert Bugeaud or something. Look him up. He's a billionaire. And nothing can move in Haiti without his control. Right now, what I'm talking about right now, this is what I'm saying to you. That there's going to be a bloodbath. I've seen body bags. I've seen men come from war that were damaged and didn't know why they went there. They killed people they didn't even know why they killed them. Those soldiers, those thousands that are going from Kenya and all over the Caribbean. I don't know how the other slave islands are going in to torture an island that was enslaved and was still slaved, and they would not release them. And they're going there to kill their own people. And you're sitting at home and not saying a doggone thing. No preacher is preaching about it. No prayer group is praying about it. You're waiting for God to do something. You said you got the power of the Holy Spirit. Why isn't he talking to you? Now, talk to me and take it in. Happy? I like to be happy. And I'm happy about being here in Africa. I'm happy about the African people. I'm happy about my life. I'm happy about who I am. But facts are facts. And these are facts. Put them in your pipe and smoke them, as they used to say, or choke on it. If you die, you don't have to worry about going to heaven and then pay him, the Most High, playing your life, what you did in life. You're going to be really sorry. You think it's going to be about a few things, but honey, it's going to be about you holding your hands and listening, reading your paper and listening to news about young people that are dying, which you didn't even care about. You didn't pray about. You didn't want to make a change. You want to do anything. You just want to be happy. You don't want to be confused. There's not hardly anyone I can call and talk about what's happening out here. They don't want to hear it because they don't want to get political. They don't want to get political. I can't even hardly send any messages to anybody about anything because they don't want to get political. Tell me they don't want to get political. When your son or your daughter gets called into the military to fight, then tell me about political. War is not pretty. I lived with a man that went through one. Until the day he died, the burden of that war was on his heart and mind. So this is Janetta. And I hope you're listening to me on Black Set Radio, blacksetradio.com. It comes on Saturday at 8 in Costa Rica. Pass the message on, let people hear it. Look at TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all those. I'm going to try put the news out, share it with your children because they need to know. I was stupid enough, not stupid, ignorant. And my father actually trusted the newspaper and the news. That was one of the things he said. We had to look at the news. But honey, now, So this is Janetta. I'll talk to you on a sweeter note at another time. But I had to say this. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Give me some of your comments, please. Hey, this is Janetta with Africa Speaks. Are you listening? This is a channel where you'll hear the raw truth concerning Africa. Check out our website, www.mamaafricaspeaks.org. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you listen to our radio station, Vaxit.com, on Saturdays. Hey, I'll be coming to you. Yeah.